Hello guys, welcome back again to another video. So today guys, I'm going to be cooking Miyan kuka with you. I hope many of you know what Miyan kuka is. Kuka is made from baobab leaves, okay, and it has so many health benefits in our system and are rich in calcium and high quality proteins. Yes. Let's start cooking now. These are all the ingredients that will be needed for my soup. I have triple here, cow feet, unsalted beef meat, mackerel fish, dried fish, blended tomatoes, bell pepper, onions, habanero pepper, garlic, thyme, anise seed, salt to taste, Maggi cubes, and dawa dawa. And I have my kuka as well. Yes, so these are all the ingredients I have. In here, I'm going to simmer the cow feet first because it takes longer to cook than the other ones. So I will simmer it first for about 10 minutes and go ahead and blend the onions. So I will blend both onions, garlic, half of the bell pepper, and add half of the habanero pepper together and blend everything. Yes, so that's what I'm doing right now. I'm going to use half of the bell pepper and chopped it in and blend everything together. Yeah. Me kulamboranto nchar designer. It depends on what you want. And the habanero pepper, you can decide to use all, okay? Yes, so after blending it this way, I'll go ahead and check on my meat. So I'll now do what? I'll open it and add both triple and the unsalted meat in. I'm going to add everything in and add the blended sauce too. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'll add everything in and add in my blended sauce. So I'll just rinse the blender and add it into the soup. And now season it with thyme, the anise seed, and 1 Maggi cube. So that's what I'll be doing right now. I'm going to season it and mix everything together. Yes, so I'll add in the Maggi and do what? Mix everything together and cover it to cook for 10 minutes. So that's what I'm doing right now. So whilst cooking my soup, I will go ahead and do what? And simmer my mackerel fish. So I'm going to put it to simmer and chopped in some onions, okay? I'll chopped in onions and simmer all together. So that's what I'm doing right now. So this can so now I'm going to soak the dried fish with hot water. This is what I do always, because I don't just add my fish into the soup without soaking it. So I'll soak it and wash it very well with this hot water and do what? After that, I'll cut them into small pieces, okay? Yes, so this is what I'll be doing. I'll just leave it to do what? To soak for some time before I'll now cut them. Yes, so and back to the soup. I'm going to add my blended tomatoes now. Yes, so I'll add in the blended tomatoes and add enough water. Yes, so I'll add enough water to cover the meat and leave it to cook, okay? So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm going to add enough water to cover the meat and do what? And add the dawa dawa and now cover it to cook. Yes, so you see what I'm doing right now. So I'll add in my dawa dawa and cover it to cook. Yes, so whilst the soup is on process, I'm done simmering the mackerel fish, so I'll remove all the essence bones in it, okay? I do this always. I make sure I remove all the bones before adding it into any soup that or any food that I'm cooking. Yes, so I'm going to mash it now and remove every bone in it before adding it into the soup. Now I'm going to cut the soaked dry fish into pieces with some chopped onions and add it to the soup. Okay, so after adding it to the soup, I'll now do what? I'll now add the remaining 2 Maggi cubes. Remember, I added 1 Maggi cube from the beginning to season the meat, so I'm now adding the extra 2 here. So after that, I'll just add in my salt to taste and lower the heat to cook for 10 minutes. Yes, so I'll add in the salt to taste and lower the heat to a medium low. Okay, so I'll lower it like this and leave it to cook for 10 minutes. So that's what I'm doing right now. After 10 minutes, it produces its own oil. As you can see, guys, no palm oil, but the face is still inviting, as you can see. So now I'm going to add in my kuka. Okay, so at this point, I'll be sprinkling it a little by little till I get the consistency that I want. And you have to be careful, because if you don't take time by sprinkling it, it may create lumps. I hope I'm making sense. So I'll be sprinkling it a little by little. After getting the consistency that I want, I'll then lower the heat to a medium low heat. Okay, and leave it to cook for 5 minutes. At this point, if you don't lower the heat, it may damage the thickness of your soup. Okay, so you have to lower the heat to a very medium low heat and leave it to cook. So guys, this is how the consistency that I want it to be, not too thick and not too watering as well. So now I'm going to leave it and taste for salt. If the salt is not okay, I'll add in a little bit. Yeah, so after that, I'll cover it and leave it to cook again. Yeah, so I'll just cover it and lower the heat to cook for 5 minutes, as I told you before. Yeah, and after 5 minutes, guys, my soup is ready, as you can see. You see how it looks, guys. So you can eat it with tuonza, fifufu, or anything that you want. Okay, yeah, so I think that's just it. Thank you very much for your time, guys. If you like this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and your comments are always welcome. Okay, see you in my next video. Bye.